Minasan konnichiwa, Kazu desu. Welcome to Mandemon. Jinma, thank you for joining me. Let's check this out. Hajimashou. The cold and ruthless water hit me, waking me up from a deep slumber.
おい、いつまで寝てんだよ。起きろ!
Rubbing my eyes, I saw a man standing in front of me. The strong light coming through the huge window behind him made me feel extremely dizzy. His figure was obscured by the light shining through the window, making it difficult to see his features.
起きやがれ!
He repeated it again, his tone filled with impatience. Is this us? With no other choice, I struggled to prop up my own body. Surrounding me was a mysterious steel place. The air was filled with an unbearable smell, a mixture of rust and the stench of something decaying. The wall is covered in chaotic symbols and strange markings, emitting a mysterious and ominous atmosphere. The scene before me is very confusing. What happened? Where am I? My head hurts. My heart started to beat anxiously, and a wave of dizziness hit me, as if an invisible barrier was blocking the emergence of my memory. The guy standing right in front of me had this mocking smirk on his face, and the bucket of water he was holding was still dripping. It seemed that he was undoubtedly the guy who poured water on me.
おい、里見。他の同級生はみんな働いているというのに、てめえは何を考えているんだ。ふざけてここで寝ているとは何事だ。恥ずかしくないのか。それでも日本男児か。今日はとことんしごき直してやる。覚悟しろ。
The man suddenly acted without any warning and raised his fist, preparing to strike me.
待ってください、坂口先輩。
At this moment, a short-haired girl appeared in my line of sight.
ああ?
里見くんがここで休んでいること、先生は知っていますので。
はん。井上か。
はい。
今日は勘弁してやる。でも井上の許可があるからといって、俺が許すとは限らないからな。次からはちゃんと俺にも聞きに来い。
What happened here? Okay, let's understood.
わかりました。
He looks so timid, dude. Come on. Although I'm not quite sure why, it seems that this person named Sakaguchi is my superior. Maybe I should follow his orders here.
チッ。女に助けてもらってるもやしがよ。恥を知れ。
The man left grumbling.
危なかったです。先輩怒ると怖いですから。
I carefully observed the girl in front of me. She is wrapped in bandages and has a slightly melancholic expression on her face. She's wearing a slightly worn-out school uniform, though she may be a student.
ちょっと聞きたいのですが。
I tentatively asked her.
また私のこと忘れちゃいました？浦島ですよ。浦島瑠璃子。
すみません。本当に覚えていなくて。
Why? How come?
前に畑で転んだ時から本当忘れん坊さんになっちゃったみたいですね。
Oh, what happened?
如月先生が記憶障害って言ってたんです。治るには時間がかかるって。
At that moment, I felt like something was stuck in my throat and my tongue was unusually dry. It seemed like she picked up on my unease.
あ、そうだ。まだ喉が渇いているでしょ。
はい、少し。
やっぱりあなたが労働実習の時に急に倒れてしまって、みんなが脱水症状だって言ってました。なんとか飲める水を見つけてきたんですけど、坂口先輩に。
Well, so that water was meant for me to drink.
でもそろそろ集合時間だし、私たちもクラスのみんなと合流しましょうか。校舎に戻れば水も飲めるから、それまでは我慢してくださいね。
She said it calmly, which made me feel relieved.
はい。
I followed her and together we pushed open a cold iron gate and walked out. Oh, what? What place this is? The scene before me makes me involuntarily gasp in cold air. Here seems to be an abandoned and desolate station with endless wastelands stretching to the horizon. In the mist, one can vaguely see towering mountains standing in the distance. The uninhabited buildings are collapsed and ruined, with plants stubbornly growing out the ruins covering the traces of human existence. I hurriedly followed to catch up with Urashima figures before it disappeared into the fog.
霧が出てますね。昼間はまだ晴れてたんですけど、明日は雨かも。
I noticed her expression was indifferent, as if she was already accustomed to all of this.
あれ？
She noticed my abnormality.
どうしたんですか？
ここは。
ここは？
She repeated my words verbatim. It seemed she didn't understand my question.
なぜここはこんな
I have
感
the
じな
same
のですか？
question.
もともとこんな感じですよ。
What?
え？
ここは私たちのクラスの仮休憩所なの。建物が崩れるかもしれないからここになりました。
That's not the question, right? I turned around and looked behind me where an abandoned train carriage sat, its surface covered in rusty and corroded marks.
行きましょう。こんな憂鬱な霧の日だと夜は危険だし、野獣もいるかもです。
She waved her hand, gesturing for me to move forward. I had no choice but to obediently follow behind her. We followed the railroad tracks and arrived at a desolate town. The walls of many houses have collapsed, and the remains of buildings were scattered throughout the entire street. A thick fog hung in the air, shrouding the entire town in a veil of gloom.
足元に気をつけてください。またつまずいたりしないでくださいね。
You mocking me? Urashima turned her head and reminded.
クラスのみんなはこの町にいるんですか？
違いますよ。ここはかつての連会町です。ずっと前に空襲を受けてから
Air raid.
もう誰も住んでいない
I
んです。
see. No wonder there's no trace of human existence here. Was it a war? Is it wartime? Only the sound of my footsteps and those of Urashima echoed through this empty street.
この道を抜けて連海国立公園に行くんですよ。クラスのみんなはそこで雑草や石を掃除して春に種まきをする準備をしてます。去年は収穫が少なくってみんな気が張ってるんです。
そうだったんですか。
具合が悪そうですね。大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。ただちょっと気分が優れないだけです。
どうして？
あ、なんてことないです。ただこの町がどうしてこんな状態なのか考えていたんです。
連海町はもともとこの状態だったんです。私たちが生まれるずっと前から連海町はこうなっていたみたいなの。
僕は以前よく廃墟になる前のこの町を見ていたような気がするんです。
さっきそういう夢を見てたからとかでしょうか？
はい、そうなのかもしれません。腕怪我してるんですか？
はい、そうです。
Urashima grabbed the bandage on her arm, a hint of exhaustion flickering across her pale face.
大丈夫ですよ。軽い怪我だから心配しないでください。この季節は女子も畑で働かなきゃいけませんから早く回復しないと。
We passed by a stretch of river. Maybe I can grab some water to drink? The river meanders through the ruins, and its surface is devoid of any flowing ripples. The entire expanse of the water looks as smooth as a mirror. The air around the river was permeated with a strong stench of decay, suggesting a stagnant water. As I was walking along the road, my foot accidentally hit a stone by the roadside, sending it tumbling into the river. Ripples began to spread across the water's surface.
危ないから気をつけてくださいね。川から離れた方がいいかも。
はい。
どれほど喉が渇いていても飲まない方がいいですよ。
Perhaps sensing that I had been staring at the river, Urashima remarked to me.
はい、飲めなそうですね。
The color of the river water displayed an eerie gray-brown hue, reminiscent of a symbol of lifelessness.
この近くにかつて兵器工場があったようです。汚染した廃液が川に直接流れていたみたいで。
そうなんですか。
ええ、だから水資源はとても貴重なんです。飲み水は沸騰させた雨水しかないんです。それで汚染された水を飲んで中毒になる生徒がよく。この近くには病院はないし医師もいないから、中毒すれば死を待つだけです。
わかりました。
My gaze was drawn to the graffiti on the distant wall. The graffiti is intertwined and formed a star-shaped pattern, as if it was some kind of emblem. I cast my gaze toward the inner wall and there stood a dilapidated structure.
これは何のマークですか？
これは
Urashima hesitated to speak further.
よくわからないです。多分ただの落書きかと。
It looks like a demonic symbol to me.
そうですか。
とにかくあの建物にあまり近づかない方がいいですよ。
崩れるからですか？
それもありますが、時々あまり良くない人たちが現れます。
Less desirable individuals.
それは
強盗、武装集団、反乱軍、狂信者とか、落書きを何かの合図として使ってたりするようです。
I see. She gazed into the distance.
連海町の近くに駐屯地があるって聞いたことがあります。だからある程度の保護は期待できるかもしれないですけれどね。
Okay, so there's actually other people here, not just the classmates?
とにかくこの建物にあまり近づかない方がいいですよ。こんなところ誰も興味を持たないでしょうし。
I'm feeling a bit uneasy inside.
早く行きましょう。
そうですね。
We made our way through a cluster of buildings, and our vision gradually expanded.
連海公園はまだですか？
ちょっと疲れちゃいましたか？もう目的地に着きましたよ。ほら、あっちを見てください。
I gazed in the direction she was pointing. Before me lay a desolate field. The sky was overcast and a thick fog hung about the area. Some fellow youths who appeared to be my age were bending low to work the land.
おい重幸、そして瑠璃子、探していたんだぞ。
A masculine figure with short hair approached us. His gaze was gentle, leaving us with a feeling of warmth and reliability. It seems like he was very familiar with me, but I couldn't remember who he was. I looked at Ruriko with confusion.
この人は須永圭一くんです。里美くんと同じ寮に住んでる人ですよ。
ああ、そうか。またあれか。
はい。
わかった。任せてくれ。
Is it a common occurrence for him to get amnesia?
ありがとうございます。
そういえば、坂口が君たちの方に向かって行ったのを見たんだけど、大丈夫だったのか？
いいえ。
そうか。やっぱり君がいるからな。
What the hell? The expressions on Ruriko's face became complex.
私は女子たちの方に行きますね。
了解。そろそろ帰る時間だな。
それではまたね。
Ruriko departed towards the direction where the girls were gathering.
はあ、また秘密の休憩地が坂口に見つかっちゃったよ。新しい場所を探さないとな。
すみません。きっと僕のせいですよね。
ああ、違うよ。クラスのみんなも息抜きの場所が必要だろ。みんな人間だしな。近頃上のカス高速もますます厳しくなってきてるしな。
ところで坂口って誰ですか？
He sounds like he's gonna be a problem.
ああ、そうだった。忘れちゃったのか。生徒会の監督委員だよ。俺たちを監督する役目の。 サボっているのがバレたら殴られるんだぞ。まあ、あんたはよく殴られていたな。
Really?
記憶障害って。
ああ、大丈夫だよ。じっくり回復を待つといい。みんなも助けてくれるからな。
As I met his eyes, filled with a pity that cut me deep, I couldn't help but feel the weight of the world pressing down on me. As I watched my classmates busily working in the fields, it struck me that a thin and weak individual, I might be considered an oddity. That man Sakaguchi had even called me weakling. I couldn't help but wonder what my other classmates thought of me. This sentiment spread in my heart, causing me great discomfort.
そういえば、今日の進展は良かったぞ。こっちの雑草は全部取り除けたし、今年こそ作物を植えられるスペースを広げて、みんながお腹を満たせるようにしたいと思っているんだ。
Did he see through my thoughts? He started changing the topic.
明日は雨が降るかもな。毎日働いているとだんだん辛くなってくる。まったくこんな世の中、いつになったら楽になるのか。
At this moment, he turned his head to gaze at the electric pole standing by the edge of the field.
ん？変だな。
どうしたんですか？
さっきスピーカーが鳴ったよな。
Oh? What's happening?
緊急アナウンス。ただいまより緊急アナウンスを放送いたします。
え？緊急アナウンス？
The students around me, who were busy stooping and working, also became uneasy. They stopped what they were doing and looked up at the speaker.
もしかしてあんたらのしでかした悪さが上にバレたんじゃないのか？
The male student, one eye partly covered by his hair, walked over slowly.
おい、外でそんなことを言うなよ。
ん？
Toto, outside? Something's happening?
さとみ、帰ってきたのか？
はい。
また記憶喪失になっちゃったみたいなんだ。
Recurred?
ああ、そうか。僕は小林だよ。小林森。クラスの生活委員だ。
これは電海学園からの緊急アナウンスです。労働授業中の皆さん、緊急事態が発生したため、速やかに電海学園に戻ってください。もう一度言います。緊急事態が発生したため、速やかに電海学園に戻ってください。
緊急事態？
ここは何も問題ないぞ。校舎の方で何かあったのか？
まあ、とりあえず言われた通りにすればいいんだろ。おい、全員ついてきてるか？
おい、小林、3組は揃ってるか？
は、全員揃ってます、坂口先輩。
じゃあついてこい。あぐれるなよ。俺は女子の方も見てくる。
はい、お疲れ様です。
このすり野郎、坂口のご機嫌取りばっかり。
誰のことですか？
Kobayashi.
小林だよ。他に誰がいるんだってんだ。あいつみたいに坂口に媚び売るのって気持ち悪くないか？
Indeed.
確かに他の人に対しての態度と違うようですね。
だろ？小林はね、痩せっぽっちだからさ。前は他のやつにいじめられてたんだ。だから坂口みたいな強者の傘に入りたいんだろうな。まあわかるけどさ。でも俺はあまり好きじゃないな。だってあいつ今度は自分が弱い者いじめをしてる。結構な数の生徒があいつにやられて苦しんでるよ。
あ、
He died?
おい、てめえ。
Oh. Sakaguchi had returned to this place without anyone knowing, and without a word, he swung his fist and struck Tsunaga's face. Tsunaga lost his balance and fell to the ground. Sakaguchi glared at the falling Tsunaga with eyes filled with disdain.
てめえ男のくせに何こそこそと陰口言ってんだ？
Sakaguchi's words cast a heavy silence upon the surrounding air. His gaze swept over the other students, who all bowed their heads, afraid to speak.
須永君。
大丈夫。平気だから。
Tsunaga stood up and gestured with his hand for me not to speak.
学校の校則にも裏で人を評価することは禁止されてないし、それに坂口先輩、監察委員は生徒の投票で決まるんですよね。監察委員として自分が生徒からどう思われてるか気にしなくちゃいけないんじゃないですか。
校則だと？てめえにそんなこと言う資格があるのか？
Something happened?
てめえが何をしたか俺は全部知ってるからな。覚悟しとけよ。ちょっとやそっとじゃ済まねえぞ。
That matter. What should I ask? We probably shouldn't pry any further. If he would want us to know, he'll tell us by himself. Let's keep silent. I really don't want to get involved in someone else's affair. Hope that's the right choice. I don't know. I followed the rest of my classmates and walked for about half an hour in a dense and mysterious forest. We came across a sign that said hiking trail and turned up the mountain from there. As we continued along the hiking path, my body gradually grew tired and my pace slowed down.
どうした？疲れたか？
学校まであとどのくらいでしょうか？
あそこにある要塞が見えるか？あの近くにあるんだ。
I followed his gaze and looked over.
あそこには昔軍隊が駐屯していたらしいけど、今はもう廃墟になっているんだ。
I stood there in silence, listening to his words while my eyes fixated on a towering structure in the distance. For some reason, a feeling of unease washed over me, as if I were being weighed down by something I couldn't quite grasp.
学校はあの要塞に入るのを禁止してるからな。見つかったら記憶障害だとしても許されないぞ。
You know, I think the main character, us, right, probably seen what happened and something made him lose his memory, right? I probably won't go over there. I gathered my spirits and caught up with the group, walking along the mountain path for another half hour, until we finally arrived at a spacious clearing on the mountainside. A heavy, stifling atmosphere hung in the air. I stopped, wiping away sweat from my brow, trying my best to extinguish the anxiety within me. The mist gradually dissipated, revealing an aged wooden school building before our eyes. I stared blankly at the wooden school building in front of me, desperately searching for his memories in my mind.
連海学園、もう10年近く暮らしてる場所だよ。ここも忘れちゃったのか？
I shook my head silently.
あるのは本当にかすかな印象だけです。
ほとんどの生徒は小学校からここに強制的に入れられて家族と離れ離れになったんだ。
どうしてそんなことに？
Why? Yeah.
大人たちはみんな前線に行かなきゃいけないからさ。
Yeah, it's
俺た
definitely
ちも卒
wartime,
業したら
right?
ここを出て前線に行くんだ。
前線。僕たちは誰かと戦ってるんですか？
聞くところによるといろんな国と同時に戦争してるらしい。今の情勢はわからないよ。俺ら後方に情報はあまり伝わってこないからな。
I looked at the students around me, walking towards the school direction with blank expressions, as if they were puppets.
みんな毎日こんなに長い山道を歩いて労働に行くんですか？
うん。山では作物が育たないからな。まあ慣れたけど。
学校に戻った各クラスの生徒は休憩した後に整然と講堂に集合してください。各クラスの委員長は会議室に集まってください。
Upon hearing the school announcement, everyone walked straight through the school gate. The interior of the school appeared somewhat antiquated yet meticulously designed, exuding a sense of bygone era. Students entered the school gate one after another, their faces tinged with unease. A short-haired girl in school uniform hurriedly passed by us, but upon noticing us, she stopped in her tracks.
お、あやめさん。
さとみ、体調はどう？
委員長に報告しといたぞ。さとみがまた記憶をなくしたようだって。
そうね、ご苦労様。
いえいえ。
私は宇津木あやめ、3組の委員長よ。改めて言うのちょっと変な感じだけど、よろしくね。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
さて、私は会議室に向かうからお先に。
そうだ、何があったんだ？
むしろ私も知りたいくらいよ。夜に全校集会なんて今までなかったじゃない？
そう言われると確かに。
つまりそれだけ緊急性があるってこと。
もしかして敵襲か？
今はとにかく2人は先に行動に集合しておくように。
了解した。
After saying that, Utsuki hurriedly left.
ところで本当にあんたのことを気にかけてるんだな、委員長は。
そうなんでしょうか。
そうだよ。だってあんたの体調だけを聞いてくれたんだ。
Really?
もしかしてあんたに惚れてるんじゃないか？
まさか。それに僕は彼女のことを全然覚えてなくって。
冗談さ、冗談。
What should I say to Sunaga? He's teasing us. Let's go to auditorium.
早めに行動に行きませんか？
そうだな、行こうか。
When we arrived at the auditorium, the sky had already turned completely dark. Inside the dimly lit wooden auditorium, only a few lamps flickered, enveloping the entire space in an atmosphere of gloom. Is that a generator? A deep, resonating vibration emanated from underground, resembling the sound of machinery in motion. The colossal mechanical noises, akin to the low growl of a beast, filled us with unease, and the students around us whispered in hushed voice, speculating about the possibility of some secretive military apparatus being activated. I had intended to approach Sunaga and have a chat to alleviate my inner unease. However, Sunaga was engrossed in a serious conversation with other classmates, and I didn't want to disturb them, so I gave up on the idea. Returning to my original spot, the unease in my heart grew increasingly intense. Hide in a corner. We could look at other students. Let's go find Urashima. I recalled the banished girl I saw during the day. She should be in this auditorium too, right? Where could she be? I scanned through the numbed-eyed students and spotted her frail figure. As she noticed me approaching, her previously troubled expression eased.
さとみくん、
いや、こんばんは。
記憶戻りました？
まだです。でもあなたと一緒にいると安心するんです。おかしいですね。
やっぱり記憶喪失でも感覚が覚えているんですね。
True.
それってやっぱり。
はい、役に立てないから労働の時間はずっと一緒にいたんですよ、私たち。
I see.
そうだったんですか。
Because we are both weak and frail. That's why we've been outcasts in our class.
でもがっかりしないでください。私はこんな状況でも私たちが役立てる場所があるはずだって思ってます。先輩が言ってたんです。卒業したら成績優秀な生徒は軍工研究所で働くチャンスがあるって。だから毎日遅くまで勉強してるんです。こんな自分でも国家に貢献したいから頑張らなきゃいけませんね。
Can I go too? What the hell? I think this is strange. I think this is strange.
これは変だと思います。
どこが？
自分を国家に捧げるなんていう考え方は変ですよ。あなた。
Oh. surroundings suddenly fell silent. It was as if I had touched some forbidden topic, as everyone turned their gaze towards me in unison.
どうしたんでしょうか？
What happened?
ダメですよ、そんなこと言っちゃ。
Urashima whispered. Fortunately, this unusual atmosphere didn't last long, and soon the students returned to their previous state. That was weird.
あなただったからみんな許してくれただけですよ。でも次から絶対にあんなこと言わないでくださいね。
What did we say? Something about the for the country and not for yourself or something? What does she mean? What did I say that I shouldn't have said? At that moment, I felt someone bump into my body. God damn it, it's this guy. I struggled to maintain my balance and not fall, and when I turned around, I saw Sakaguchi standing there.
何をしてんだ。自分のところに戻れ。
I was standing here. What the hell are you talking about?
はい。
Even though the other students weren't lining up properly either.
てめえの顔を見るとムカつくんだよ。
Then why are you looking over here? After saying that, he left in a huff. Urashima was discreetly waving at me. I quietly waved back at her. Okay. After a while, I suddenly felt an urgent need to use the toilet. Perhaps it was because I had been so thirsty before and had drunk too much water once I found a water source. However, to my embarrassment, I realized that I had forgotten the location of the toilet. I looked towards Tsunaga, who was still engrossed in discussion with other classmates.
どうした？
トイレってどこですか？
ああ、それなら講堂出て階段を降りて左にまっすぐ行くとあるよ。今ちょっとついていけないんだけど、一人で大丈夫か？
はい、多分大丈夫です。
Along the left side, keep walking. Oh man, what the hell? Found it. This should be it. Inside the wooden toilet, a dim light flickers. The night wind is chilling, sending shivers down my spine. From the mountains, the sound of wild bees howling can be heard. I hope we wouldn't come here. The howls of the wild bees send shivers down my spine. I should finish up quickly and head back. Just as I was pulling up my pants, ready to leave, I suddenly caught a strong scent of blood. Was it just my imagination, or a trick of the mind? Pondering the source of the smell, I made my way back to the corridor.
あれ、
What the hell? What's going on? Where am I? The corridor looks different. No, wait. Could it be that I unknowingly took the wrong path while lost in thought? Or perhaps my memories playing tricks on me again? The flickering lights in the corridor create an eerie atmosphere, instilling a sense of fear. Where was the auditorium, by the way? With each step I take, the scent of blood grows stronger. I proceed further into the depths of the corridor, one step at a time. As I reached the doorway of the room, I came to a halt. Standing there, the intensity of the blood scent reached its peak. The source of the blood smell was this very room. My heart pounded relentlessly, for I had a premonition that something lurked within. I peered inside, but it was pitch black, unable to discern anything. Should I go in and take a look? No, I can't. I have to go back to the auditorium. However, despite my thoughts, my body involuntarily began to move towards the room. In there. Just as I was about to step inside, someone closed the door.
ダメでしょ
Oh?
う。学生は中に入ってはいけません。
The person who closed the door stood right beside me. It was a middle-aged man with hair that turned completely white. Was he a teacher at this school?
どうしてここにいるのですか？生徒は皆行動に行ったはずですよ。
僕は。
おやおや、行動の場所を忘れてしまいましたか？行動は反対側ですよ。
He pointed in the opposite direction of where I had come from. Oh, I see. So I've been going the wrong way.
さあ、早く行きなさい。最近は何かと危険が多いので、一人では行動しないようにしてくださいね。では、くれぐれもお気をつけて。
はい。
He looked out the window.
雨が降りそうですね。
And then he left. But be careful. Be careful of whom? I watched his departing figure, and doubts arose in my heart. Who was that guy?
Ah, やっぱり雨が降ってきたな。
The sound of sparse rain could be heard outside the window.
あ、重幸、結構時間かかったな。
はい。少し迷ってしまって。
こいつも帰ってきたし、あの話を聞かせてやろうか。
あの話って。
On hearing Kobayashi's word, Tsunaka furrowed his brow. Kobayashi seemed to have grabbed something as he turned his head to the side.
ところで、遅いよな、先生たち。
Tsunaka looked out the window.
待つしかないだろ。どうせ学級委員会が長引いてるんだろ。
Something happened with the meeting, didn't it? Did someone die? Did lights go out? What's happening?
ただの雷だ。落ち着きなさい。
At that moment, a deep voice of a middle-aged man resonated from the stage of the auditorium. I followed the sound and glanced over, only to see a remarkably robust man standing in the center of the stage with his hand in his pockets. His skin had a tinge of brown, emitting a subtle, healthy glow. His neatly combed black hair accentuated his sharp and powerful facial features.
おっと、井上先生やっと来たか？
So, he must be a teacher at the school. His voice carried an air of authority, instantly calming the rest of the students in the auditorium.
皆さん、お待たせして申し訳ない。いくつかの不測の事態が発生したため、少し時間がかかってしまいました。皆さんもご存知の通り、国は今非常に危機的な状況にあります。全国民は一致団結して、今の困難を乗り越えなければなりません。本校は創立以来、皆さん生徒と我々教師の一丸となった努力によって何の事故もなく皆さんと一緒に順調に今日まで歩んでこれました。しかし今日起きた悲劇は現状に対する疑念を抱かせるものです。
What happened? He paused for a moment.
学校で最も尊敬されている如月先生が今朝殺害されました。
Okay, this is not a person we've seen before. Kisaragi.
これは非常に衝撃的な悲劇です。なぜ私のような不詳の教師ではなく如月先生のような皆さんに愛されている先生がどうして殺されることになったのでしょうか。我々の調査によると如月先生は校庭で何者かに襲われて死亡したようです。彼が死んだ時の悲惨な姿を思い出すだけで胸が痛みます。
How did he die?
その後この近くの部隊と連絡を取りました。現在そちらからの指示を待っています。しかし上層部からの指示が来るまでただ待っているだけではいけません。教師をこの学校で好き勝手にさせておくことができるでしょうか。
The
全
murderer
校
is
生
one
徒
here.
そして全教師に脅威を与える存在を見逃すことができるか。もしこれを完全に外部の敵がやったことなら皆さんはそれほど怯えなくてもいいのですが、しかし、残念ながら最悪の場合教師はおそらくこの行動の中にいます。今この場所に皆さんの隣にいるかもしれない。
The surrounding students erupted into a commotion. I discreetly lifted my gaze to observe their expressions, heavy, sorrowful, saddened, and some even showed signs of anger. It seems that Mr. Kisaragi was truly beloved among the students. Despite this, I couldn't help but feel puzzled. Why was Mr. Inoue so certain that the murderer must be a student?
すべての生徒は夕食後に教室に戻り、本日の行動をクラス委員長に報告してください。
Following that, Mr. Inoue also briefed us on the upcoming heavy rain that was likely to pour down in the next few days, urging us to be prepared. However, the students seemed uninterested in the weather, their minds seemingly fully absorbed in contemplating the murder of Mr. Kisaragi. After Mr. Inoue announced the end of the assembly, I silently followed the rest of my classmates as we left the auditorium. We headed to the corridor of the classroom building, waiting for our names to be called so we can enter the classroom and undergo questioning as part of the investigation. No one spoke a word, only the relentless sound of rain outside the window, as if echoing the current states of our classmates' hearts. At this moment, Tsunaga was first to break the silence.
やっぱり妙だよな。
何がさ？
井上って生徒がやったとなんでそんなに確信してるんだ？
まあ、あいつがそう言ってるなら何か証拠を持ってるんだろ。
でもそれおかしいだろ。
どこが？
如月先生は今朝まで生徒たちに授業をしてたんだろ。全校の生徒は今日の午後は山下で労働に参加してた。もし犯人が生徒だったら昼休みの短い時間で反抗しなきゃいけないんじゃないか。よく考えてみろよ。昼食は食堂でみんなほとんどいつも一緒だったんだぞ。
ね、人一人殺すなんてそんなに時間かからないし、ちょっとした空き時間で十分だろ。
But Inoue mentioned that Kisaragi's death was quite gruesome. If there was blood involved, it would be difficult to clean up properly in a short amount of time.
だから井上先生はクラス委員にみんなの行動を記録させてるんだろう。合わないやつがいたら怪しいってことだよな。
ああ、そうだね。だから一人ずつ呼んで聴取してるんだろ。
And we have amnesia, so we don't remember anything. That's gonna be bad. At this moment, I also spoke up. If it's a team crime, when we have dinner? Yeah, if it's a team crime.
もし犯人が一人じゃなかったら。いや、ただ複数人で犯罪を行う場合、このように一人ずつ今日の行動を聞くのは意味がないと思うんですけど。
It seemed like that choice raised a flag. I heard that ding, right? That must have meant something.
でも本当にいるのか？学校で如月先生を特に恨んでるグループなんて。
そうだよな。坂口みたいなやつならまだしもな。何しろ如月先生は先生にも生徒にも愛されてるぞ。ところでこの事件自体も変だよな。グループでやったとしても個人でやったとしてもどうして犯行に及んだのか全然理解できない。
国家に不満？それか社会への復讐とかでしょうか。
バカ言え。そんなことで一人二人の先生を殺したって何の意味もないぞ。それにそういうことを口に出すな。危ないぞ。
おいおい、そんな話をするなら俺は何も知らないことにするからな。
Some kind of taboo topic? You can't talk about that.
里見、委員長が呼んでるぞ。
ああ、重幸の番か。
Is it already my turn so soon?
はい。
心配しなくても大丈夫だ。あやめは話しやすい人だから。
そうなんですか。じゃあ。
I opened the classroom door and found Usugi inside.
さとみ、来たね。
Usugi sat in front row of the dimly lit classroom, and when she saw me enter, she looked up and greeted me. Urashima nodded at me as well.
君たちはいつも一緒にいるから、二人で一緒に聞き取りしようと思って呼んだのよ。問題ないね。
構わないです。
浦島がさっき言ってたけど、午後は一緒に休憩所に行ったんだね。
それは覚えてないです。
大丈夫。他の生徒が目撃してるから。君が寝てしまった後、彼女が水を探しに行って目を覚ましたら二人で作業場所に戻った。
But there was a time that we were alone.
はい。
で、彼女が水を探しに行っている間、里美は一人で休憩所にいたのね。
おそらく。
証人はいる？
Wait, what does she mean? Is she suspecting me?
あ、安心して君を疑ってるわけじゃないから。
Usugi seemed to read me like an open book.
水を探しに行ってる時間もせいぜい20分くらいだし、山を登り降りするには足りないから。
What if we can teleport?
まあそう、片道だけでも40分はかかりますもんね。
でもヘリコプターみたいな乗り物があれば5分で済む。
You get here in a helicopter.
え、ヘリコプターを知らなかった？図書館の本に書いてあるよ。
I can almost imagine what that thing looks like. You don't know what that looks like?
里見には羽もないし、ここにヘリコプターもないから、里見は無罪だと思うよ。そうだ、もう一つ。目を覚ました後、坂口が入ってきたのを見たんでしょ？
He's actually the one who woke us up,
はい。
right?
私たちのクラスの生徒じゃないけれど、一応確認しておきましょう。じゃあこれで終わり。二人ともお疲れ様。
これでいいんですか？
ええ、そうよ。まだ聴取しなきゃいけない生徒がたくさんいるから時間がないの。二人とも今夜はドアや窓をしっかり閉めて、不審な気配に注意を払うように。
I and Urashima returned to the corridor.
大丈夫ですか？
なんでですか？
先生が死んだっていうこと怖くないですか？
こんな時代だから誰かが突然死んでも不思議じゃないですよ。
She looked out at the rain outside. It was as if she suddenly remembered something.
どうしました？
ひよこがまだ外にいるかも。鶏小屋に行ってきますね。
そうですか。
じゃあ先に失礼します。また明日、さとみくん。
うん。
We waved goodbye to each other and parted ways. After Urashima left, Tsunaga approached.
へえ、仲いいんだな。
そうですか。
じゃ、俺も記録を取りに行くよ。また後でな。
Tsunaga entered her classroom after finishing his sentence. Now, I'm the only one left. The sound of a piano has been coming from somewhere since just now. Oh, that's in the game? I thought it was just ambience. But I don't know where. The piano piece conveyed an indescribable sense of sadness, like a ghostly presence permeating the air, arousing my curiosity about the pianist. I followed the sound and walked through a long corridor, arriving at the door of the music classroom. Voices of people conversing could be heard from inside the music room. It seemed like they were discussing something. I gently pushed open the door. The conversation abruptly ceased. Could it be a ghost, or was I experiencing an auditory hallucination? I saw a young girl sitting gracefully at the piano, bathed in moonlight, reflecting a radiant glow. Her fingers danced delicately on the keys, immersed in the melody she played. I was captivated by the music, silently gazing at her figure. As if sensing my presence, the piano ceased its sound. Just as I felt overwhelmed with shame and prepared to leave quietly, the young girl spoke.
この曲は帰還という名前がついてるのよ。好き？
Oh man. Alright, you know what? Then we'll end this one here for today. This is something. There's a lot of questions here. What is going on here? What is the era of this time? So I think with the name like Mandemon, the game is called Mandemon, right? I'm assuming there should be some sort of supernatural thing going on here. So my guess at the beginning, the main character with amnesia, I think he probably went through this whole ordeal once before. He probably found out the truth about everything that's going on, right? But something happened and made him lose his memory, right? I think that's plausible, right? And then the timid girl with the bandages, Urashima, right? I don't think she's who she appears to be. Because it's a trope, right? The weak girls, the timid looking girls, turns out to be the killer. She might be the killer. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like because you're awesome. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next one. Mata ne.